Janie. Janie's off camera. This is going to be casual for her. So if you hear her talk, Janie, say hi.
Hi, guys.
Just starting to get a few things set up. We're actually at Janie's house. We've had some interesting activity happen here. You had some activity start happening recently. You want to tell us some things while I'm getting ready to set up?
Maybe a month ago, we bought a new antique. It's an 1800s baby cradle. Brought it into the house. I always touch everything we bring into the house to see if I can pick anything up. Didn't pick anything up. Bad, good, or indifferent. Just some energy. Everything holds energy. You know how that goes.
Right.
Brought it into the house. Put it into the guest room, which is what we like to call our antique room. That's where we keep all the antiques that we've set up to make a nice little 1800s style guest room for our guests when they come to stay. And within days of bringing that in here, Sean's experienced someone calling his name at night while we're in bed that sounded like two voices at once, but coming from the same person. You know what I mean? Like the same voice, but overlapped. Perfectly synced.
Let me hold just for a second. Just so anybody who's joining us, we do have cars going around in the background. I'll tag them once we actually start going live so you know what it sounds like. I didn't mean to interrupt you.
That's okay.
Does Sean usually hear voices?
No, not usually. He does not. But we had that happen. We saw a shadow figure that passed through the hallway from our kitchen to our dining rooms on several different occasions after that. I have metal nail polish racks that hang in my bedroom that I keep all my nail polish on. And if you stomp the floor or walk hard on the floor in front of them, they vibrate. You can hear the metal and the glass nail polish bottles vibrate. They rattle. When we were in bed, nobody was moving around. We were both in bed. There was nobody walking on the floor. These things started to vibrate and shake on the wall for like 35, 40 seconds before they stopped. Kind of freaked us both out.
Now, you do have dogs.
Yes, but...
Is any dogs walking around?
No, Ladybird was on the opposite side of the bed.
Okay.
On her bed, laying down. As a matter of fact, when this happened, I immediately raised up, and so did Sean, and she raised her head up. Like, what the heck was that? But she was not walking around. The other dog was actually downstairs in the laundry room in a crate. He's still a puppy, so we crate him at night. Just little things, not anything that's like, oh my God, but just things that you're like, okay, I know that's paranormal, and it didn't start till I brought that cradle into this house. And then, of course, walking back and forth in the attic, which I don't know why it would be in the attic unless it's just checking things out if it came in with the cradle, because the cradle's never been in this attic yet.
The cradle's below us.
Right, just below this room we're in. But just little things like that. You hear walking in the attic. You'll hear voices off in the distance, like Sean was telling you today. He'll wake up in the middle of the night sometimes to go to the bathroom, and myself and the dog will be sound asleep, and he'll hear what sounds like people having a full-blown conversation, but he can't understand what they're saying. Just things that we didn't hear or experience before the cradle came into the house. And then, of course, last night you slept in the room with the cradle like a nut. And no experience whatsoever for you with the cradle, but you heard a woman's voice.
I heard a woman's voice, and it would have been coming from right up here.
Right.
That's why we're actually up here in the first round.
Right. And then this morning, you get up and come downstairs, the cradle, the creepy doll that's in it, everything was still exactly the way it was last night. It's also a Boyd's stuffed bear that's a lion that was in the cradle with the doll laying beside it.
So the doll's setting up. The lion is actually laying down.
Right beside her.
Underneath a little blanket.
Yep.
Okay.
You said it was exactly the way it was when you came out of the room this morning, as it was last night. Sean took a shower, went back upstairs to the bedroom, our bedroom, crossed the hallway to get dressed. He said it looked exactly the same when he glanced into the room. I go back up like 2 hours later and go into our bedroom to get clean clothes so I can come down and get a shower and get dressed so we can be on our way with our adventures today. And I just happened to turn that. The hallway is like more like, not like a hallway, it's like a small little landing.
Yeah.
Maybe 3 feet by 3 feet.
Yeah.
Little landing at the top of the steps that is between my bedroom and the guest bedroom. Turn to close my bedroom door because I don't like when the dog comes up and goes into the room when I'm not in there. And just as I turned, the bedroom door to the guest room was open. You had left it open. And I happened to glance in just at the cradle. And the lion that was in the cradle with the doll was sitting perfectly balanced and perched on top of the doll's head. I immediately thought it was you trying to mess with me because, I don't like that creepy doll. So I was like, Rob, did you have a camera on up here? Because if you didn't do this, you're like, I didn't do it. So that was so far the biggest thing that's happened. The most in-your-face thing that's happened since we brought the cradle in was that.
But nothing aggressive. Nothing
No, it doesn't
negative.
feel aggressive. It does whatever it is doesn't feel aggressive, and whatever it is, I can't pick up on it. I mean, I feel like there's something here that shouldn't be here, but I can't pick up on it, which isn't completely unordinary. There are times when things block me if they don't want me to know the reason they're around or for whatever reason, but I can't pick up on whatever it is. Take
just a moment. Again, guys, this is not like one of our regular investigations where we have a crew here with us. It's only myself and Janie. This is kind of spontaneous. We decided today, we'll go ahead and go live. We just want to see what we might end up catching while we're here. So if you guys can talk and help anybody else out, I'm sorry I can't really run over and work the computer at the same time of being over here trying to get things to happen. We're going to see what goes on. Typically, again, we would be much more interactive, but we are going to ask some questions. We are going to try to. I'll check from time to time. I'll walk over and actually try to go through a bunch of the comments if I see something. First thing we're going to do is I'm going to set up. I've got recorders. I've got one in this room, and there's an adjacent room. The way the roof runs, we're actually in the attic, as you can probably tell. The attic really does not get used at all, correct?
No, just for storage.
So there's very little traffic coming up here. There's no lights up here. There is a laptop that's on behind the camera facing me so I can make sure that we're up. That way I can see it. Other than that, there's a little bit of outside light back there. And there is a window behind me.
Right.
You might be able to see just a little bit. Kind of watch where my shadow is so you can kind of get an idea what's my shadow and what's not my shadow.
Right. And one thing to make note of, guys, is this house is 120 years old. So I knew when we bought the house that there are a couple of resident spirits that are here. Fine with them. So there are some things that some people with abilities that are watching may pick up that won't be out of the ordinary for us. We already know about. So it'll be interesting to see if anybody picks up what we already know has been here for a while.
And I'll go back through the comments after, it'll be tomorrow. I'll go back through the comments after we do tomorrow's Paratalks. And then I'll try to answer any questions you guys had, or I'll definitely refer and check some of the comments. We went live on our private page in my room downstairs that I'm staying in the guest room because I ran on that cradle and baby doll to see whether or not the stuffed lion would move again, because we really wanted to catch it, obviously. We did have an anomaly happen. There's 2 different pictures and we can't figure out what would have. There's 3 different times and something kind of like flashes in front of one of the pictures. It's not an orb, we don't know what it is yet, so until I get it on a bigger screen, I don't know. But it kind of gave us more reason why we wanted to go ahead and try to go live tonight and see what happens. Again, I've got some recorders going. I'm going to put a couple flashlights out. I've got the little cat balls, or they're for movement, they'll turn on as soon as I put them in an area, they'll flash and then they'll reset. We'll start with those first. We'll ask some EVP questions. A couple of times you're going to hear us have a little bit of conversation. That's just, to help other people that are listening. We try to be informative at the same time. So, again, not the normal, but appreciate you guys being with us very, very much.
Yeah, just kind of an impromptu investigation.
Yes, it is. Now we got a car coming by now.
Yeah, we live right on a main road here in town, so until really late tonight, you'll hear a lot of those cars. Usually after about midnight, they slack off.
Setting up flashlights, people have seen flashlights before. Anybody who follows us know we like using flashlights. Even though the lights might go off, I don't really consider it really verifiable activity unless it's actually following our commands, working with us, responding, and the response window is about 10 seconds. So if I ask them to turn it on and it turns on in about 30 seconds, I don't care. If it turns on in 10 or 11 seconds, I'm like, okay, now I got something listening. You can see mist from my mouth, so disregard any type of mist you see tonight.
Yeah, there's no heat up here, so it's really cold.
We will always try to debunk anything we can.
Did you just hear that?
Yeah, I did.
Sounded like something shuffling on the floor.
Yep.
I have not moved a muscle.
Okay. Well, hopefully we'll be finding out here in a few minutes.
I hope it's not a critter.
It's not a critter, you're fine.
I would rather it be a spirit than a critter.
We always tell her it's not a critter, just so she doesn't go running out of here.
Ooh, no, it was something, Rob. I just saw it run right there by the steps, the top of the steps. I don't know what, but I just saw a black whatever run right at the top of the steps. It was almost as large as that black thing I saw run under my bed a couple of weeks ago, and I didn't know what the heck it was.
Well, that's not anything as far as that damn sure ain't no little field mouse or something.
Right. No, it ain't a little mouse.
But you saw it?
Yeah, I saw it right there. It was right there.
Okay. So when you saw the thing go up under your bed, what did you do?
Well, what do you think I did?
Look under your bed, right?
Hell no. I said, on, something just ran under the bed.
Check it.
And he said, well, if it's a live thing, Ladybird's over here on her bed. I'm like, okay, don't help me none. But we didn't have any issues that night other than me seeing that. It was the size, probably the size of a small cat. And it was pitch black. And just as I laid down, sat down on the bed and put my feet up on the side of the bed, I saw something dark shoot under the bed.
Okay.
And of course I tried to get him to check, and he was like, no, if it's a live critter, the dog will get it. Because he didn't want to look under that bed either. He was afraid of what he might see.
Oh, I mean,
Hey, I'm sorry. I see enough creepy stuff. I don't want to be in it when it's like right up under my bed.
Act like that's personal or something.
Well, yeah. You think?
No. More in here. Now, I do like to use several flashlights. We know how hard it is for a spirit or any particular to turn a light on. I know one came on already. Just disregard that until we get him to respond. Yeah, I know you came on. Back away from it for a minute. Let it go out. Thank you. Just wait. Car going by. Any of the spirits that are in this house or around this house, you know we do not mean any harm. We're coming with respect. We don't mean any disrespect whatsoever. Back away from it. Let it go out. Just move away from it. It'll go out. We invite anybody that's here, human or inhuman, come in close to us so that we can try to talk to you.
Can we rephrase that? You invite anything to come in and talk to you that's human or inhuman. I do not invite it.
I do. You're welcome to come near
If
me.
it's already right here, it can communicate, but I'm not inviting it. Did you hear that?
Right over there, creek. It's okay. It is cold out, so look, dude, just a minute. Back away from it. Let it go. Please, I appreciate it. You're very bright. Just move away.
Go the light, please.
If you don't if you don't move away from the light, I gotta take it. Okay, so don't make me have to take the light from you. Move away from the light, please. Just back. Thank you. A little farther. A little farther. Come on, please. Let it go. Beautiful. Thanks. I'll get you in a sec.
Ooh, do you have a flashlight in that room?
No.
Because it just on.
A flashlight?
Whatever. Don't you got flashlights in that
No,
room?
I got a recorder in that room.
Well, a flashlight just came on in that room.
There is no flashlight in that
Well, a light just came on right there in that room.
Alright guys, hang on a second.
It looked like a flashlight, just like that.
Sweetie, there is no flashlight.
Honest to
Guys,
God.
I'm going to turn you just so you can see the other room. I'm
Yeah,
sorry
it's
for
okay.
kicking you.
No, honest to goodness, it looked just like a flashlight, like that one just came on. It looked like it came on the floor right there.
Alright guys, just bear with us. This is the other room she's seeing stuff in. Oh, I can't see.
Here, do you need this?
No, no, good.
Right there where you're stepping up, that's where I saw it on. It looked like a flashlight came
You
on.
have a light that hangs right here that we can't get to turn on.
Yeah, I don't know what happened to it. It
So
just won't
anybody's
come on.
looking.
I even changed the bulb and it won't come on.
So that's not it. I've got a recorder with a red light. That's the only thing I have. There's no
No,
other.
it looked just like a flashlight. There's that light again.
Okay. I'll be with you in a minute, so just...
If that spirit that's touching the flashlight, can you go into the other room with Rob just for a minute? Just for a minute. Let go of the flashlight and go into the other room with Rob for a few minutes, okay?
If there's anything that was able to create a light in here, though.
It was right there on the floor where you step up on that little step up. How you just stepped up on that little area to walk in the room. Which I thought you had a flashlight laying
I
there.
have no lights in here.
It literally popped on, popped off. I thought, oh, flashlight went off. It looked just like that flashlight, one of those flashlights.
Can you show yourself in here again? Again, we don't mean any disrespect or any harm.
Another one came on in here.
Okay. Give me just a moment. Can you tell me what her name is?
We have two lights on in here.
Alright, back away from the lights. Let them go out, please. That'd be great. Let them go out.
One went off.
Move away from the other one for me, please. Let it go out. And I'll come ask you some questions.
If you want us to communicate with you, you have to pay attention to what we say. Let go of the flashlight until we ask you a question. Please. Thank you.
Alright. That one just went out too, right?
It went out immediately when I said let go of the flashlight.
Alright, I'm going to switch back around and continue. I just want you guys to be able to have an idea what's in the other room when she...
Oh my goodness, I thought you would set a flashlight up on that little step-up ledge right there.
Sorry about the focus. It'll go. I think I've got everything back in focus. Back in the frame.
Yes, everything's back in frame.
Alright. I know you're very quick on wanting to play with the lights, so if there's somebody, I'll go some EVP questions in a second, but if you're still in here with me, if I didn't scare you away and you want to communicate, go ahead and turn flashlight back on. When you turn the flashlight on, I need you to do it really quick, within 10 seconds when I ask you to. So turn it on now, please. Great. Now, a real big part of this first to communicate is you got to turn it off when I ask you to, within 10 seconds. So now, can you back away from it and let it go out, please? That'll let me know that you understand. Back away now. So it was after 10 seconds. Even though it came on the first time, it's not enough for me to go with yet. Can you turn it off so I don't have to take that light away? Come on, you're supposed to work with me. Just move farther back away. If you have to, move over here. Let it go out. Let go. I want to see me move.
If you don't do the lights on command, then we're going to have to take the lights away and you won't have a way to communicate with us. And we'd really like to communicate with you. I'm sure there's something that you want or you wouldn't be here. So you're going to have to listen to what we tell you and do it exactly the way we tell you to do. Can you move away from that flashlight so that it'll go off? If you move away from it, it removes your energy and it'll immediately go off. Back away. The other top just flashed.
Back off.
That hasn't went on or off yet.
Which one over
The
here?
one up there. Up there.
Up here?
Yeah.
Okay.
You need to back away from the flashlight. As far away from it as you can get. You got to be faster than that.
Oh, if it would have gone all the way out, I would have. All right. So here, I'm going to just take them and we're not even going to do this. Okay, we're trying to communicate with you. Listen to what we're talking about. Please. Wait.
Do you think whatever this is could be a child?
Could be, but we're not even going to worry about it yet. We're going
No,
to get
exactly,
some
but
EVPs.
I'm thinking that might be why I couldn't up on, I mean like a very young child. That might be why I couldn't pick up information from it. It doesn't know how to communicate yet.
Very well could be. Typically, when we place the lights, we'll set them down, especially even if we're off camera, give the location or anything that's in that location, give them a chance to try to learn how to use it. So if I don't react to them right away, just relax. What I'm looking for is to find out which ones are active. That means I know at least whether you want to call it random or to actually interact. Then if I want, like right now, all right, back away, let it go out, please, so I'm talking. Help me out now.
Now the one up top is off.
Okay. A little farther away. Back up. A little more.
Now this is
Okay.
off again.
All right. So we know that these two are active. I could say yes for this, no for this, or you can use colors a little bit later into it if we wanted to. It just gives you another option to use. All right, back away from that. Let it go out. It'll make it harder to turn on if you're going to keep playing with them. All right.
Okay, if you want to play with flashlights, why don't you turn all three of them on at the same time, like right now? All three lights. That's only one. I can't communicate with you if you're not intelligent enough to follow directions. You have to have all three lights on. I don't care what three, but there has to be three. You have to do it now. Come on, either you can do it or you can't. If you can't, there's no point in us trying to communicate with you. Or maybe I should say trying to talk to you. Maybe they don't understand what the word communicate means.
Well, first we're going to do some EVPs. Let's try to go ahead and ask some questions, see if we can get any type of communication here. Janie just brought a cradle in the house. Did you come with the cradle? Can you say yes or no really loud?
Discard that. That was a car going by.
You got a question?
I hear someone talking. But it's coming from this area, so I'm going to disregard it because I'm thinking that it may be the television from all the way down on the first floor. You know what I mean?
I understand, but it's
not likely, I know, but
that's fine.
I seem to hear it like from the rafter here.
Until we get something louder in the room with us. We're looking for something that's more obvious right now.
Right,
Let's
exactly.
go with that. Thank you very much for playing with the light. Just back away from it, let it go off. Oh, we're just going crazy. All right.
3 are on, but you didn't do it when I asked you to.
Anyway, let's go with the questions. Do you ever get hungry? Can you say yes or no if you ever get hungry?
How old are you? Do you know how old you are?
Do you like staying in this house? It's a simple yes or no. Say it really loud, please.
I got that nervous energy going on in my gut.
You think whoever's here is nervous?
I don't know. I just feel that nervous, like an anticipation type nervousness. And I know it's not mine.
Janie's a medium, and what a lot of people, and I'm not saying everybody, I'm just putting it out there as an observation. A lot of people that have abilities misread. They don't realize they're feeling what's in the location, and it's not themselves that are getting all feeling that they're having. Whether it's like the anticipation, the nervousness, that's of whatever's here. I have not been here since I've done a cleansing in this location.
And we've not had any problems since that cleansing until the cradle was brought into the house. That's why I'm wondering if it might be a child that's too young to understand how to communicate on command. You know what I mean?
Well, I got another. There was another child that passed recently, and if that is you that's in this house, if you can reach to me where I'm at right now, and you just, again, very respectful, but you're very happy where you're at right now, and I know you can reach out. Can you knock on something for me? One of the big deals when you're asking when you're doing an EVP session is try to give about 20 seconds in between the questions. That way when you're listening to it, it gives you a chance for them to respond. All right, turn them off for a minute. If you're happy that we're here, can you whistle for me? Can you whistle if you're happy we're here?
If you don't know how to whistle, can you clap your hands really loud?
I'm going to make this one a little bit more difficult. Come on.
Okay.
Let's see if I can. So I'm going to let's just bow out. If you're old enough to know what this book is, can you say it really loud? Janie's stomach?
No, it ain't my stomach. I
What?
didn't hear nothing. I didn't hear nothing. Why'd you say Janie's stomach?
That was not your stomach?
No. Seriously, I swear. I swear to you that was not my stomach.
Okay, okay. I don't know how you didn't hear that. Okay.
I didn't even hear it. That's
All
why
right.
I thought it was weird. Why are you saying Janie's stomach? I was
All
like,
right.
no.
There's a little door here on the side that's basically like a little storage or access as far as getting towards the eave of the house. So if something starts scratching on that from whatever just made that sound and you happen to see something flash across in front of you, it's not a ghost, Janie.
Yes, because I didn't hear that.
I can't believe you didn't hear
You
it.
said it sounded like my stomach? No, that was not my stomach. But I didn't hear anything. That's
That was
why
me
I was
just
like,
making that sound. Again, if you're old enough to know what this book is, can you please tell me the name of the book really loud, please?
All three lights on.
Just want to see what temperature is in here.
It's cold temperature, that's what it is.
Just so you guys have an idea, we're at 49.3, 49.4 degrees in here, so that's why when we're talking about it being cold, you can tell you'll know it's pretty cold. If you want to communicate, can you give us a sound? Just make any kind of sound you want. If you want to talk, we're here to talk with you.
Did you bring the, I don't know what it's called, the thing that we were using, was it this morning we were using it? And
The
you were
motion
putting-
sensor?
Yeah, did you bring that up?
No, because we're going to be in here. That thing picks up too much.
I was thinking
It would
something
catch us
in that
there.
room it would still catch us. Because
Yeah.
I keep seeing like a dark shadow that blocks out that window.
I'll see about putting something else over there. Now, if you want to play a game, I've got a little ball down here. I've got. Disregard the lights when I'm moving because we want to make sure it's not just vibration from me moving. So if a light comes on anytime I'm moving, just disregard it. So I got a light, I got a little ball here.
Now that was me that moved.
If you're in here with us, can you just move one of these balls? Let us know that you're in here if you want to play with us. If you want to talk or you want to play, I just need you to go ahead and move away the light and put your energy right on that ball. Or that ball down there. Just make the lights flash. That'll let me know you want to play or you want to talk.
You can just touch the ball with your finger and the pretty colors will come on.
Really, just touch it really hard. Do your best. Put your energy right in that ball right there. Just grab it, try to shake it, do whatever you want. My stomach. If anybody can help them, if anybody else is in here, if you can come help move this ball, shake it, make the lights come on, that'll let us know that you want to talk or you want to play a game.
If we turn on a special box that you can speak into and we can hear you, would you do that for us? It won't hurt you, but it'll help us to hear your voice. Would that be easier for you?
If so, turn this light on up here. I think there's one up here.
Yeah, there is.
If you want to talk through the box, turn this light on up here. Nope, not that one. Come turn this one on.
The light that's up really high, if you can reach it. If you can't reach it, climb on those chairs.
I will be so tickled if those chairs move.
You'd be tickled right up here all yourself. I'd be so going. Because when I can see it, it's one thing. I know it's coming. I know it's happening. But I can't pick up what this is, and that bothers me.
All right, can you go back? I see that light. Can you go back to that light if you want to use the flashlights? Go back over to that light and turn that one on for me, please.
Did you hear that?
You got to do it quick. I need you to go back to that light over there and turn it on. Do not turn that one on. Turn that light on if you want me to talk to you. If you want myself and Janie to try to talk to you, turn that light on over there. Really quick. If you don't want us to talk to you, if you want me to leave, you want Janie to leave, Turn that flashlight on over there.
Would it affect you in any way if I take the cradle out of the house?
You gotta say it really loud. Do you want her to take the cradle out of the house? Yes or no? Really loud. Do you want the cradle to stay where it's at? Do you want the baby cradle to stay where it's at? If so, you gotta say yes really loud. Well, those two lights still haven't come back on. Okay, I'll point for this one. I'll see if we can move away from the light. Oh, that's the kitchen. Beautiful. If you're in here by yourself, if there's nobody else in here besides Janie and I, and it's only you, can you turn that light back on for me and let me know? Really quick, within 10 seconds. Alrighty. If there's more than one of you in here, if you've got somebody else in here, a friend or somebody that's in here with you, can you turn that light on? Let us know that there's somebody else with you. Hey, if you don't want to talk to me, do you want to turn a light on?
Yeah, because
Thank you.
Because just a few seconds ago they were coming on left and right.
All right, move away and I'll let you talk to Janie. If you turn that light out, I'll let you talk to Janie.
You have to turn it off now, like right now.
So again, this is not really what we consider flashlight action yet.
Mm-mm.
Thanks, smartass.
It's almost like a defiant child. Wondering if maybe a child that just isn't old enough to understand yet.
Move away. Move away from the light. Let it go out, please.
All they're on now.
Where's the other one coming on? Is there another one on the floor?
There's one up. No, there's one on the chair. There's one on this thing next to your chair, and then there's one up high. There. Coming on.
It's that Cindy thing sitting in at my age. I can't remember where I put the lights. Tell you what, why don't you ask them to turn on one of these lights? Pick a light and tell them to turn it on for you.
Can you turn on the light over there on the highest part of the chair? The one that's really up high. I want to see the one up high. Come on. The one on the floor and on the bottom of the chair, really easy, but that one up there is really hard. Can you turn that one on?
Something just hit my chair.
Did it?
Yeah, wait for it. It's like stubbing your foot against the back of my chair. It's just a one strike.
There went the light up high that I asked.
Was that the one?
Yep, up top. You can see it on camera.
All right, coax them again because I'm kind of curious whether or not that was...
I need you to turn the same light on for me, and this time I need you to hold it on for just a little while. I want to see it get really bright for just a little while. But you got to do it really fast. Or should I say, I bet you can't turn that light on.
Anybody joining us, I apologize. This is our normal interactive inpatient. It's only myself and Janie. We've had some action happen, so we wanted to kind of see what we can inspire, catch, communicate, anything of the sort. I just moved on my weight on my foot, so that might have turned
Shifted your
that way.
weight, yeah. Was that you that touched the back of Rob's chair or almost tripped over the back of Rob's chair? Was that you?
All right, turn that one off. Just back away from it, please. Thank you. Look, seriously, if you need help, if you want help, you need to turn 2 flashlights on within 10 seconds. And you got to be really quick. 2 lights. If you want help, turn 2 lights on now, please. Typically what I'll try to do is ask the opposite question. If you don't need help, turn 2 lights on. If you don't need help, turn 2 lights on. They ain't even talking to me. Ask those questions, please.
If you need us to help you in some way, can you turn 2 flashlights on, like right now? 2 of them. 1 doesn't count. I need it to be 2 of them at the same time. Back away from the light so it'll go off, please. I can't get your answer if you don't stay away from the lights until I tell you to. I'm going to play mom for a minute. Okay, I'm not going to ask you anymore. I'm going to tell you, get away from the flashlight now.
If you get mad, you better listen.
Right now, or you're going to be in trouble. It's the one up top.
Up here?
Uh-huh.
Okay. Alright, well, that's been a little... very inconsistent. I was hoping that we could at least the
I was too.
little balls or something to come on, see if they get those moving. Get on the couch for a sec. Give me a sec.
Okay, I'm going to set this light down on the floor, so if you hear a noise, that's me doing that.
Okay.
Because I got to cover my ears. I'm freezing.
Oh, sorry.
It's cold.
Were you agreeing that it's cold? If so, turn that light up here back on. That's a question we have for you. Seriously, turn it. We got a real question. Turn it off, please. That one off too.
Both of them. Let go of them. Move yourself as far away from them as you can get, and they'll go off.
All right. Turn this one off too, please. Just back away from it. I have a question I really want to ask you, please. Each time I pick it up, I'm turning it back just a little bit more, just very faintly, make it a little harder for it to turn back on. If you guys can feel temperature, if you can feel temperature or the cold or the heat where you're at, can you turn a light on within 10 seconds? Let us know that you can feel temperature or the cold or the heat, please. I would ask. That was too slow, wherever it's at.
Up top. Gotta be faster than that. Can you tell how cold it is in this room right now? Do you know that it's cold here? If you can you grab the flashlight on the floor here next to Rob's chair? Thank you. Can you tell when it gets warm? Excuse me. Can you tell when it's warm in the house? If you can you turn the other flashlight on over there on the other side of Rob? On that chair. You got to do it really quick. You're going to have to let that one go out and touch a different one, because now we're not sure if we're speaking to a human spirit or just a spirit trying to play games. We don't want to play games. We want to try to communicate with you. You have to let the flashlights go out so that you can turn them on only when we ask yes or no questions. The third one's on up over your head too. Split second. You have to let them all go out, all of them, so that when we ask you questions, you can turn them on one at a time. Back away from it, please. Come on, you got to back farther away than that. Now don't touch them at all. No, not that one, not any of them. Not till we ask you a question. Let go of the flashlight and back away, please. One up top there's flashing on and off too.
All right, get them to do all these balls. I want to see one of these balls turn on.
Yeah, the flashlights are getting a little boring. Could you touch one of those little balls over there? They light up with pretty colors. They have really pretty colors. You could even roll the one across the floor and I'll roll it back to you. That would be more fun than these boring flashlights. Is it me or does it sound like something's climbing on that chair over there?
It's just my chair creaking.
Okay.
It's mine creaking.
Come on, roll the ball over here to me and I'll roll it back to you. We could play for a little bit. And if you're not a child spirit, stop being stupid and do something. I'm freezing my butt off. Do something.
I'll throw my jacket on for a minute.
Yeah.
You want the jacket?
No, I'm good. I have this thick robe on. If we turn on the box, regardless of whether you're a child spirit, an adult spirit, or whatever type of entity you may be, will you communicate with us through the box? But if you do, you're going to have to do better than you're doing with these lights, because this is pitiful. You're not following direction. We can't communicate with someone that does not follow direction. I'm telling you, I hear someone talking.
I don't hear anything offhand. Alright, back away. Stop for a minute. Y'all are just being rambunctious. I know it's all random, but you're still irritating me.
It is very irritating.
With flashlights, we can go to a location, we can put 6 of them out, or however many out. Some stay dormant, they just will not turn on for nothing. You walk in some locations, it'd be that way no matter where you go. Others, it will only be one room that they'll turn on. Go in any other room, they won't turn back on. But it's not enough yet.
No, because I'm on command at this point.
Look, got a ball. Come on, if you want to play, come on up here. Come on.
And if you're not a child and you're not interested in playing, then show me what kind of energy you have. Move that ball. Roll it over here to me.
I want the ball. Bring it to me. Don't give it to her. She takes everything. She always takes all my stuff. Come on, grab me the ball. Can you give me the ball, please? Come on, bring me the. Can you pass me the ball? Just bring the ball over to me, please. Come on, help me out, please. I can see how I'm gonna get this ball. It's gonna be like a one of those.
I would absolutely be no good, but I'd be laughing as I was running down them steps.
Come on, can you please roll me the ball? Just roll it right over here. I'll only ask you one time. You got the light on it. You can see it. Roll it over to me, please. That'd be a huge help. If you want to stay here, just roll the ball over here.
Whatever type of spirit you are, if you don't communicate with me in some way on command, then I'm going to have to remove you from my house. I can't have someone staying here where I live that I'm not sure about. And I can't be sure about you if you can't answer my questions. If I remove you, I don't know where you'll go.
Yeah, you don't want that to happen. So you want to listen. You don't see anything else in the other room again?
Not so far, I haven't. But I heard talking, but it sounded like it was coming from over here.
Since you're going to keep it on for me, I'll use it.
Now it'll go off. Why?
Probably. Dog. If you have headphones, watch out, I'm getting ready to turn the spirit box on. Maybe. Maybe not.
What's the issue?
So I found with sweeping, but it obviously is not picking up anything. It's alright. As many as I have, it doesn't matter. If first you don't succeed, try again when you have a bunch of them.
Hear that? All you have to do is talk about that box. When we ask you questions, we can hear you. Isn't that exciting that you can do that?
Hello? Hey. Do you want to talk?
What's your name? What's his name? Rob.
That was
Very clear. What's my name? Not the name I go by, my real name. What's my name? Anna.
Anna.
Yep, very clear.
Awesome. Who are we talking to? What's your first name? Please.
I know it's hard. All you have to do is just talk really loud right into that box. Get really close to it.
Thank you very much for answering us so far. Who are we talking to so we can be respectful?
What can we call you?
How long have you been in this house? Have you been in this house for a while? Can you tell me how many years you've been in this house?
Or has it even been years? Has it just been weeks? You're gonna need a name. It's kind of rude to come to my house and not tell me your name.
Are you okay where you're at? What was that?
I was making sure it wasn't a critter, but it's like a dried flower.
Okay. Are you okay right now? Are you okay where you're at?
Are you the person I hear walking around up here? I keep forgetting everything. Can you tell me what his name is again?
How many fingers am I holding? You give me. We're going to turn the box off if you're not going to start answering those. How many fingers?
How many fingers am I holding up?
Do you want that cradle to stay in this house? Did something come in this house with the cradle? You know, we're always worried that you need help, so if there's anybody right now who needs help, you need to say it very loud. Do you have a message for anybody? Say yes or no. Stay right where you're at. 20 seconds in between. I'm going to have you ask 4 or 5 questions, and I'm going to just walk away.
You gonna talk to me now? You said bye.
I heard that.
If you want to talk to me, you're gonna have to tell me your name. I can't talk to someone if I don't know them. Who's downstairs on my sofa? Do you want to stay here at this house with me? Yes or no?
You said you can.
I heard that. Why can't you? Did someone stop you from talking to me? These lights are going crazy. I mean, one after another.
Ask them if they want help. Say help really loud.
If you want help, you have to say help really loud so that I know what to do for you. You're going to have to do better than that, or I'm going to have Rob remove you and whatever it is that's with you.
Ask if they scare them.
Do we frighten you? We don't mean you any harm. We want to help if we can. Or maybe just be friends. Can you talk to me?
Did you say stay back?
Yeah.
I was walking towards you.
It was as you stood up, it said stay back.
Tell them they gotta keep talking to you if you want me to stay
If
back.
you want Rob to stay back, you're going to have to talk to me. Otherwise, I'm going to bring him back in here. If he has to come back in too often, he'll remove you from here and you won't have anyone to talk to. So can you help me? I'm gonna need you to say your name really loud. Really loud.
They want the box to be turned off.
I'm gonna turn that box off if you're not gonna talk to me. Do you want me to turn it off? Don't you get lonesome without anyone to talk to? Now's your chance. Who's playing with these lights? Do you know? Is it me? What's the name of the person that is playing with these lights? These lights are like going crazy one after another.
So if they want the box to turn off, tell us what the name of the president is.
Of the president?
Yep.
Can you tell me what the name of the president is? Who's our president? I don't think that's who it is, but it said Lincoln.
Really?
It said Lincoln. Can you tell Rob who the president is? He needs to know. Do you think Lincoln's a good president?
Do I make you nervous? Answer me. Do I scare you? I don't mean to.
A little.
I'm not here to scare you. I'm not here to hurt you. As long as you're nice to the people in the house, you're perfectly fine.
I asked Rob to come help communicate with you, so you gotta cooperate with us. Did you pick up a flashlight?
I have a flashlight, yeah.
It said get the light.
Oh, did it?
It did. It said get the light. As soon as you bent over, it said get the light.
I've had that one in my hand, so I'm not sure. But if you want me to leave this house, all you gotta do is knock that flashlight over. If you knock that flashlight right there, just push it over. If you knock it over, I'll leave right now. Janie.
What? Rob has my permission to make you leave if you don't talk to me. I want to know why you're here. Simple, simple.
Are you able to whistle? Can you whistle for me? Whistle. If you whistle, just do a whistle, I'll go in the other room. Last chance. I'm going to give you one more chance to whistle, and I'll leave this room. Can you whistle? Anything else?
Can you not understand us?
¿Cómo se llama? The neat part is if you change up the chemistry of who's around, it didn't go crazy, but there was definitely more chatter. When I stood up in the other room is when it said, stay back.
Yeah. As soon as you stood up, it said, stay back. And then I said, can you tell me who our president is? And like 10 seconds later, it said,
How about just making that little ball light up? If you make the little ball light up, I'll leave out of here. I won't come back in this room. If that's too hard, turn the flashlight up here on. If you can't move that ball, turn this flashlight on. Please. I didn't catch what it said.
sounded like Rob.
Tell me her name. What does everybody call her? Tell me what her name is. Everybody calls her. Do you know what this is? Just tell me what it is. What's the name of it? Do you have any other questions?
Do you know the Lord? Hey, if you me honestly, I'll stop asking you questions, okay? I got one question for you. Did somebody put the little stuffed animal on the doll in the cradle? As well, I can tell it. Said I did.
Say it one more time. Did somebody put a stuffed animal on top of the doll's head in the cradle? Yes or no?
You won't be in trouble. We just want to know who did it. Was it you? Me.
That was really cool. I wish you'd do it again. What do you guys do for fun?
Is it boring where you are?
A little late. Do you ever get in trouble now?
Here's one I've always wondered. Do you get headaches?
Can you feel what we feel?
If you can, you feel old right now.
We're going to wrap this up. That was a question we had. Can you feel temperature, yes or no? When it's cold, do you feel that it's cold? All right, we're going to turn the box off, okay? Goodbye. 5, 4, 3, 2. You gonna say 1? Guys, if anybody's in here that was communicating with us, we sincerely appreciate it. We do not mean any disrespect or anything to you, obviously. Thank you very much for blinding me with the lights. As long as you do not have to be removed from here, but when Janie talks to you, do not try to hide from her. If you do, you will be removed. Turn the lights off, please.
If you don't mean anybody any harm, could you make yourself known in some way before Rob leaves? Make yourself known in some big way to him before he leaves tomorrow, okay?
I promise I won't do anything to you. I promise. Guys, we're going to wind down. Definitely appreciate you guys joining us. I get up early in the morning so I get back down to the house because tomorrow we've got our Paratalk. At noon I'm going to go over Audacity training, teach people how to go ahead and cut audio clips with their recorders. So we're not going to do any more rounds after tonight. I'm going to probably see what I can do in our room, my room, as far as I'll probably run something to our private, so it'll be at least filming on that. Mm-hmm. I sincerely appreciate you guys hanging out with us. Anybody that was on, I'm sorry this was not the normal interactive type of paranormal investigation we usually do. It was kind of spontaneous. I came up. Janie and Sean have been having some activity up here. Want to check it, hang out. We have a blast hanging out together. We had so much conversation. We kept saying we need to go ahead and go live with it so you guys can be part of it and join in on it, because there's a lot of information when we're sitting down talking. And we're not saying it's the only way. We're just trying to tell you, there's There's a lot of advice we can give. There's a lot of learning we have done. There's a lot of mistakes we have done, whether it's being a psychic, medium, or
an investigator or whatever. Yeah.
It's across the board. We've made more than our mistakes, and we try to help people not make the same mistakes. And so we just give it out there. We're not saying we know it by far. But even with mediumship, with people with abilities and whatnot, I've had some really good conversations. So we're going to have a lot more of those. In the Grounded Paranormal, when we do the Battlefield Bash, we are going to go ahead and do a couple lives, like especially a round table, so you guys can hang out with us live and just listen to some veterans from the field actually talk about things. Maybe a range of things. We'll be talking about everything from TV shows to techniques, whatever.
Their experiences.
Yep. The experiences are phenomenal, and that's what we need to do. Next time I probably hang out with Janie, we'll probably be a couple of us together so we can talk about all the crazy stuff we've been going through.
That would be amazing. I had several people hit me up over the last week, one just today actually, that said we should write a book about these experiences. They just love hearing about the different experiences that we've had.
We do want to collaborate because we've had sort of history already of some really stellar stuff.
Yeah.
Everything couldn't be live, unfortunately. We'd love to take you guys on all the live investigations we can, but there's obviously a lot more that's on the private side that we can't even go live with. Understandable for the people, the clients. But we would like to share a lot of that information with you guys. It'd be a blast. So thanks for hanging out with us. I'm so sorry this is not the normal interactive where I'm watching somebody's watching your comments. And if you guys have any questions, I will be responding to you hopefully tomorrow. I'll be trying to go through it after we do all the parent talks tomorrow and get through that. I'll try to go back to this video and actually respond to you and try to give you any answers. If there are questions for Janie, I'll get in touch with her. She can give me her answer, and I'll relay it to you as well. Again, thank you so much for hanging out with us tonight. I'm going to be packing up here in just a moment, so it will be live just for another minute or so, and then we'll be packing out of here. Love and light to everybody. Hope you guys join us at noon tomorrow on our page that you're on right now. We'd love to have you guys, and always welcome your input. So thanks so much for hanging out with us.
Thanks, guys.
Cussing yet, Janie? Because we're still live.
I'm
just teasing.
I'm not cussing yet.
We get to have a little bit of fun when it's a investigation. We can actually, or at least the teammates can actually go ahead and relax a little bit because I'm a little bit more of a stickler when we're in front of a client.
Exactly. When we're with the clients, we have to be the utmost professional, and when we're just doing these little casual investigations, we can be a little bit more relaxed. And I would say a little bit more ourselves, but even when we're being very professional with the client, still ourselves.
Yeah.
I'm going to put this over the corner like this so that you can see without the light being directly in your
fine.
face. Camera.
People ask about apps a lot. Another app, the same app that we've talked about, is the ITC Collaboration Pro. I didn't play it tonight. I want to make sure it's a little bit louder, but we'll cover that before too long. We're also going to be doing some, I guess tomorrow we'll go over the Audacity. The following week we'll probably go over Spirit Box, and the Spirit Box is the SB7. That's one we use the most. We're going to go over actually using it. We'll turn it on, show you the settings. You can hear it, so give you a little bit more.
Because people can do that while they're watching you. You can walk them through it step by step.
Yeah, it's going to be hands-on. We're trying to do more and more hands-on training.
And I'm sure those watching will be able to figure out, but I don't even try. Because I know I can't. I have an alarm clock I haven't been able to set by myself in 10 years.
Just cutting off 3/4 now.
Okay. Now there was another flashlight up high. Did you get that one?
I did not yet.
It was up there.
I got that one.
Okay, that's the one I saw.
I
up
think I
high.
got that one, but I must have that one.
Yeah, I don't see any more.
I think I've got them. All right, guys. Good night. Love and light.
Thanks, guys.
I have so many pop-ups. It's gonna take me a minute to get to it.